Thanksgiving, turkey, football, and the crisp autumn air. A time for families to get together and enjoy a day away from the hardships of everyday life while celebrating that for which we are grateful in life. Typically celebrated in America, is a national holiday honoring the peaceful colonization of America by European settlers with help from the Native American tribes, ending with a big feast to give thanks for their first bountiful harvest. But is that all there is to the story? Were the relations between the Pilgrims and the tribesmen of North America really so peaceful? This video will explain the events around the first Thanksgiving and how it's not quite the image ingrained in tradition. At the start of the 17th century, southern New England was home to a variety of busy communities within several confederations. Political leaders were known as sachems and had been trading with Europeans for over 100 years before the Pilgrims. However, relations soured after deceitful traders kidnapped tribesmen and put them through slavery. Because of these bad relations and the already high population of these areas, permanent settlements were impossible to found for the European Pilgrims. However, after the spread of several diseases coming from Europe decimated the Native American population in the area, there began a political battle to preserve the positions and cultures of the dying tribes. One such tribe is the Wampanoags, who whilst crippled by the plague would soon find an opportunity for salvation. The first settlers to found a permanent settlement on American soil arrived on a ship known as the Mayflower. They had gotten permission to settle on American soil from the King of England at the time under the pretense that they would pay the debt off through fishing. However, they had no knowledge of how to do so. For a while they survived on scraps and through looting what remained of villages destroyed by the disease going around at the time. However, after long days and numerous deaths from starvation, there came a tribesman by the name of Samoset greeting them in English. They had struck trade deals, and from then on, under observation from the tribe's leader Massasoit, Samoset would live with and teach the Pilgrims how to survive and thrive in the conditions they were facing. A peace treaty was created and all would be well for a time. Soon enough, the event Thanksgiving is known for would take place. After a bountiful harvest, there would be a 3-day-long feast to celebrate the bonds between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoags. But the story of Pilgrims and Indians does not end here, as sadly, whilst uplifting, this story gave way to further attempts to colonize America, and with such colonization came the abuse of its people, their degradation and their capture and enslavement. To many Native Americans, Thanksgiving was for a long time not a day of celebration, but a day of mourning, for their crippled culture and the destruction of their communities. It is only today, in the culturally diverse country that America is, that Thanksgiving has become a celebration of the bonds that people of different cultures can form, and a time when we can all share our thoughts over the dinner table.